And greetings, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say my fellow time travelers. It is I, your fellow time traveling gamer, Planetary, back again for another gameplay series. And yes, it has been far too long, ladies and gentlemen, it has been far too long. But I thought it might be a good time to come back and have a little bit more fun. Now the reason why I've decided to come back and actually do some, revisited gameplays like good old Crash Bandicoot is because looking back in my gameplay videos, I realized I haven't actually done myself any justice. So due to the fact I decided to give myself a bit of a hiatus and have a little bit of fun, just to actually wind myself down and have a little bit of fun playing games that I actually enjoy the most. With that being said, Crash Bandicoot is actually one of my favourite games since I was a kid. I thought I might as well give it a go. But wait, let's actually... There we go, I'm actually going to go quiet.
But Dr. Cortex, we have not determined the cause of past failures. Moron! This Bandicoot will be my general, and he will lead my Cortex commandos to world domination. This time I shall reign triumphant. We are closer than ever before. Quickly, into the vortex! But Dr. Cortex, the vortex is not ready. We have no idea what it could do. Failure again. Capture him! Uh-oh. Prepare the female bandit.
Oh dear, Crash, what have you done, my fellow chum? Oh, everything's still working good. Good, awesome. That's what I was a little bit concerned, because due to the fact that I like playing Crash Bandicoot, I like to play with the analog stick. I don't trust myself. My big thumbs can actually hit the directional pad with relatively ease. And that is for sure. But nevertheless, we are actually going to have a little bit of fun for tonight. Oh, well, whatever day it is. But we're going to have a fun blast. Oh yeah, that is something I might need to fix up a little bit. And a good start, but nevertheless, we don't lose the gem straight off the bat. The only time we lose the gem is when we hit the first checkpoint. Thank God for Nitrous, and also yet some call me Johnny, who actually mentioned that, but I'm actually quite happy to actually do this. Now I know I'm doing myself dishonorable dishonorable justice for myself. But hey, sometimes when you want to go back to your roots, sometimes you go back right back at the beginning that you actually enjoyed the most. Now I know there is mods in now I know there is ROM hacks that allows us to have an easier time with Crash Bandicoot, where we can die and actually do that. But no, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that thing. I'm actually gonna do it as it is, bare bone vanilla. Getting every boxes, collecting every gems, the original way. So no mods, no ROM hacks, nothing. Oh, wow. I actually almost got all of it. Nice. Very nice. Actually, let's just hope I don't miss any more boxes after this. Because the last thing I need is going through the end and noticing that I have died and left one box behind. Up we go. First gem collected? Yes, indeedy. Actually, quite surprised of that too. I actually thought I was actually going to fall right to the pit. Luckily, I didn't. Otherwise, that would have been a humongous problem for good old Planetary here. Yes, the good old save feature. Oh, how I love it. All right. We're doing pretty good. We are doing pretty well. And it's quite fun to actually play these games again. Just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it, just for the memories. And that's what I actually enjoy. And that's what most people should actually enjoy when it comes down to most games. Games like these are something that you should enjoy. Where games are truly games. Where games are truly fun. And actually inspired and actually inspiring as well. Where it can become very fun indeed. Oh yeah, that's right. Have to remember grabbing all those Tanya tokens, if I remember, if I remember rightfully, is those are the only saving grace to actually save the game. Though yes, you got the gem, but those saves are only for saving the gem total, not the game. So if you want to save the game, you have to collect those Tana tokens and actually beat the bonus stage to save. Which I don't understand why that was a thing back then. I don't understand why it was. But then again, at least they changed it up in Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, which I'll be happy to look at playing that game somewhere along the line, but not now. Certainly not now, and certainly not next year. Certainly not earlier than I expected. But yeah, why you? Yeah, yeah. I can actually understand why some people say she's just sending it at her. Just sending it at her greatest time and just expecting a high five. That is for sure. It's funny. It's funny no less. Alright, so far so good. Nearly lost it. Nearly lost the Aku there. Oh, why am I worried about losing Aku? I can't get the gem because I need the green gem. The green gem is required to actually get me the box, which I know where the green gem will be and how much of a pain in the ass it can. The green gem, for people who hasn't actually played Crash Bandicoot or thinking about playing Crash Bandicoot, is at the Lost City, or no, sorry, not the Lost City, Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista is the way that actually can cause so much trouble. And trust me, mind you, it is the bane of people, it's a bane of everyone's existence when it comes down to collecting 100%. I'm trying to 100% the game. That and collecting the gems itself. Now there is easier ways to actually get across in this one. You can get the box gem with relatively ease, but I'm not that kind of speedrunner. I can't actually get that gem if I want to. Yep. Oh, there goes an extra life. Can't grab it because I accidentally spin a little too far. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. The first checkpoint, but why do I need a checkpoint? I don't need to worry about that. Because I can't get the box gem. That is for sure. Oh, but I can actually lose a life. That is for sure. I have to remember, it's not Insane Trilogy when you grab an Aku mask and everything just goes down. No. These little buggers right here stays all the way up and like to cause some damage. I gotta love this. Gotta love the old school games like these. It's awesome. It just feels fun. It just feels great. It just feels marvelous. It feels like, hey, how you doing? It's like, you need to get this game. It's about $50 and I can tell you this now. It's definitely worth it. Well, that was back in the day. But now, you can actually get these about like nearly $10 if you have, oh, well, $10 to $20 or $30. Well, depending on the person and depending on the buyer. You can actually get this relatively cheap. Back then, no, they were going back at nearly $40 to $50 back then in Australian dollars. And for overseas, you can convert that yourself. Because I'm not actually going to do that. Or actually, probably the future me can actually do that. Who knows? It just feels great. Something about playing old school games is just awesome. It just feels right. You just feel like a young kid again. You feel like well, thank you for the boost. You feel like you want to relive your childhood memories. And that's the fun part. That's the whole experience about it. That's what's the fun part about it. You're trying to relive those memories. You're trying to relive those childhood memories that you all know and love. And that's a good thing. Okay, alright, now a little technique that most speedrunners normally do, and also general players will do as well, zigzagging. Now, I'll actually happily show this to you. Now, zigzagging is like you jump and you move left and right, left and right. Yeah, because if you can see, the funny thing is, and I'm taking experience from, and I'm actually taking it out of my game development side here. Crash can actually just move back and forth with one, but if you move left and right with relatively ease while jumping, it goes up by 1.5 knots, and this is what most speedrunners can actually see, and they abuse it regularly to actually get away from the boulders, because the boulders in this is relatively is actually really fast, and you can't just outrun it normally. You have to do that. You have to do the zigzaggy. Because if you let it catch, if you just do it normally, the boulder can get really uncomfortably close, like right there. Luckily, in the Insane trilogy, they decided to actually give the boulder a little bit of a slowdown. Thank God for that. But it still can be a pain in the ass if you're not doing it correctly. But also yet, even alone, yes, it's a boulder, but it's not breaking any boxes. The only time that it will crash or break is actually crash, and that's it. Nothing else. No boxes, just Crash himself. Gem number 2. Those are the only 2 gems that I'm going to be collecting at the moment, and that is for sure. Because there are plenty more, but oh, I'm going to be enjoying. I'm going to be having so much fun with this particular game. Right. No gem for this one. No need to collect the gem because I can't actually get there because the color gem is missing. God damn. But we can save the game, that is for sure. Oh. Another downside when it comes down to saving games. You only get to do this once. Once you actually collect the Tanya head for whatever stage you're in, and you decide to save, you can't actually go back and get the Tanya heads again. It's a one-off deal. If you don't save it, you're in trouble. Go! So wherever you last save, whether it being like back here or let's say the lab, oh boy, you'd be in a heap of trouble. And that is something you do not want to have. Alrighty, good. Alright. Yes, these little buggers. Blue ones are the ones that actually snap a little bit faster. Green ones, they wait. They actually wait till you wait till you jump on them. Luckily, they actually made it a little bit more clearly in the Insane trilogy, where the blue ones was now replaced with the purple ones. Sorry, what? Oh god, how I miss it with the collision detection. Oh man. Oh, wait till we actually get to one of my favorite stages. I enjoy using this. Is one of the bridge stages. Oh god, what am I gonna do with that particular stage? That stage is gonna kill me. But this is actually gonna be very fun indeed. Now I'm actually gonna be finished this pretty quickly, because this is something that I can actually do with relatively ease, and due to the fact that yes, I'm using an emulator, I'm using the duck station. No, I'm not going to use the save state. Okay, I can't do that. The only time that I will use save states is whenever I want to finish, or I can't actually reach up to the save point in time. But I think I might have a little bit of a breather after this, like a good old papu. Now, fun fact with good old Papu here. Papu is in the US version and the PAL version. Papu is actually 3 hits, but in the Japanese version, He takes 5 hits. And that is for sure, and that is actually really, really interesting. For the fact that he takes 5 hits in the Japanese version, but takes about 3 hits in the PAL and US version. Alright, well, I'm gonna have a little bit of a breather, and have a little bit of a break, because it's one of those moments where I need to actually have a bit of a breather and actually have a look around, just to take in the moment of playing the game. But also I'll be right back when we're going to be continuing on Crash Bandicoot with the rolling stones and also yet onwards to the to the second island. So thank you. If you actually enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe and also keep up to date on when I actually will be posting these. Now, I will actually be back and we'll be continuing on to Roller Stones. Catch you later.